Hey guys, it's Kathy. It's Kat. Kathy is my non-preferred name, but that is technically my name. And I am a seller full-time on the Poshmark app. And I watch these videos for nearly a couple years now, and I never thought I would be one saying that. But here we are. I don't know if you're a new seller or you're a struggling seller or you're a really, really good seller that's going to make fun of me for this video I'm here for all of you. And what inspired, not only did I watch some of my favorite people, some of the ones that I don't agree with also, but the Poshmark affiliate program. This is not that video. That is to come. This is kind of the preface to it. This is the one that I'm gonna rough draft in. So, like I said, my name is Kat, and I'm a mom of 3, and 2 of them are twins, 7-year-old twins and a 10-year-old with a mouth. Let me just insert that there. And I've kind of always had like the side hustle mentality. When I had the twins, it was really hard to put them in daycare. It was very expensive. So I made things happen. Selling on Marketplace, before there was Marketplace, the groups and such, yard sales, and anything like that on the side of regular jobs. And I was kind of born and bred with that make it happen mentality, but just breaking even, just getting by. So when I found this app, it was totally by accident. It was late at night. One of the kids woke up. I don't even know really how it stumbled upon it. It was not nearly as well known because like it was in June 2017. Now there are some people, it's been around for several years, since 14 or 15 I think. It's changed a lot since I've been on that platform. And I'm going to go and say that I don't do eBay, I don't do Macari, I don't do Depop. Not that I never will. I'm really overwhelmed right now with Poshmark in a good way because of my sale increase. And if you clicked on this video, that's probably why you're watching me. And I'm also going to say, I just watched This Is Us and I bawled my eyes out, which I do every week. So, and it's late at night, and yeah, mom life, Poshmark seller life, and also have a real job that I do. So without further ado, I made a list because when I see it, just pointers. I'm not going to go by it exactly. I don't roll that way. I'm not I'm unorganized. I am not that well. My planning is not the best working on those things because my sales have really increased. And again, if you're watching this video, that's probably one of the reasons you are, because I have multiple sales a day, lots and lots of sales a week, and countless sales a month. And I'm not even sure my up-to-date number of sales, but it does tell you. It keeps up with all your info. So if you don't have the app and you're thinking of it, or you're new to it, it's a great. I've heard eBay is a lot harder to, but I'm not knocking eBay. I sell clothes and shoes and purses, and that eBay is really broad. So it's out of my comfort zone. This is out of my comfort zone too. So who knows? Who knows what the future holds? And the first thing is, when you decide to do it, you have to dedicate yourself. Anything that you want, it's not going to come easy. We all know that. We're taught that from when we're little. It's not going to be like you upload a few things and they sell and you make money. Nope. It does happen after a while and after some time. I was a late bloomer, to be quite honest, but we'll get to that. I don't want to get out of my list. So, do you want it to be like hobby income? Just sell your clothes, your husband's, your boyfriend's, or whatever. That's, I believe, how it started with Manish, the Poshmark creator. He was selling like basketball, like Jordans and stuff for his own, and then he started selling his friends, and then we have $1 billion, don't quote me, but lots of money industry now, or company. And you can work for them, but you really work for yourself because it's your business. It's like your own little online store that they set it up for you. So you do have employees from the get. And I didn't appreciate that fact in the beginning because I do know, I'm going to turn this light off, so I'm a little bit too high def for you. At least, and so I have 3 kids, and they're 7 and 10. I think I may have already said that. I don't know. Twins are 7. And their dad, he works a lot out of the home. And I have a job that I am lucky to do from home besides Poshmark. And I'm proud to say that this past month, a couple months, I've doubled that income what I make every 2 weeks. I'm making at least weekly-ish on Poshmark. So doubling that income times 2 because I'm making it every week. And I'm proud of myself. And it's frustrating, and some days I am so mad at the world, but who isn't mad at their job? I'm more happy than I am mad. A lot of it's shopping. Sourcing is so important, and that's where we're going to go to next. It's about items. But you need to find out if you just need some hobby income, if you just need a few extra bucks to buy more clothes, or, you know, I know that's a great thing. There are trades. It's not. I've done a few. They've been successful. I've heard horror stories, so that's kind of you'll get there if you're new, and if you're not new and you're watching me to see my take on things. And then, is this a side hustle? Is it going to be like your second job? Like, is it going to be what you're doing? Like, you know, people do Uber. Or are you going to make... I have poly mailers that say, make your side hustle career, but I don't have it close by, so I'm trying to stay right on. Like I said, this is my first YouTube video that doesn't involve my children. My daughter and I have done an unboxing of one of my beauty boxes, and it was a hot mess. And then I've let my kids unbox. And then it's funny that, because he's playing, I've YouTubed Lucas Graham, who sings Once I Was At. I've YouTubed his videos because I've seen his concert several times and I was close up. But this is the first content video. And I'm excited, and I hope it resonates with some people. A lot of my best tips and info I've got from somebody similar to me or very different from me, sitting in front of their screen and explaining what they do. Okay, so clearly you got to decide where you want to go with it. And you might start as a hobby and you realize you like it and it becomes your side hustle, and then it becomes your... I mean, I know girls in 6 months that have made triple what I've made, and I've done well, you know. So in the beginning I didn't put that much into it. I didn't read up. I didn't do my research. And you live, you learn. I'm June 2017. It's roughly a year. We're pushing 2 years. But this past October, I got super serious. So October of 18, Halloween time, like that beginning, maybe end of September, I remembered the year before, I was already on Posh, and the costumes were doing really well. And so I started picking them up, and they started selling, and they started bringing in money, and I got them for pretty darn cheap at the thrift stores. Not everybody does thrift stores. Some people do the bins, which I don't have nearby. I've never been to one. I'm dying to go. I will be going to one on our spring break vacation, which is in Destin, and there's one in Pensacola. I'm in Kentucky, Owensboro, Kentucky. Probably never heard of it, unless you're nearby. Bible Belt. Plus, we'll go in that Bible Belt thing, sourcing at the church stores. First of all, they're donated by church members to sell, to raise money for the church. So you are helping, and if you're not religious, you're still helping a good group of people, right? Today, for example, and for the last several Tuesdays and Thursdays, one of my favorite church stores has had a $5 fill-a-bag sale. And is it near me? I will get it before this is over and show you. And I'm not talking like a little grocery Walmart bag. I'm talking like the big grocery Walmart bag that you get when you buy something big. And fill that baby up with clothing juice for $5. Now, any of my thrifters, anybody, period, in the world knows that that is super cheap. It's not always like that, but there are similar places. There's a place on Monday and Thursday I go to. Monday morning, 9 to 12. Thursday, 6 to 8, called the Baptist something, but we call it the quarter store because everything's a quarter. I do send a lot of my donations there because there are people that shop there because they can't afford to get clothes anywhere else, and I do take that into consideration. But also, the clothes ending up in my Poshmark closet sent to your door is much better than them sent to a landfill. The guilt I had in the beginning, and like when I'd be in a thrift store, like looking up something, a comp, which you don't know what that is. That's when if you find an item, there's certain items you know pretty much. Once you're a reseller for a while, you know they're gonna sell. There's some you feel like they might, or you're not sure, so you need to look it up on the comps. And to do that, you just go to the Poshmark app and you type it in, and then you slide over and you go to sold, and it will tell you those items, how much they sold for. Okay. I'm having a weird glare from this light. I'm so sorry. But I'm not restarting the video again. Okay. It's really messing with me, and I don't... Oh, it's on the thing. Okay. So, in addition to that, sourcing is your inventory. It's much better. If it got darker, I'm sorry. But that was just too much on my eye. I don't have a lighting system. At the end, I'm going to give you a tour of my area. I do have a bigger area than most, and that's just a blessing. This room I'm sitting in used to be our garage. We remodeled it to make it like a den kids playroom. They destroyed it. The side hustle kicked in, and then now it's just my full-blown posh room. So, but let me add a caveat. I did cut my bedroom in half to give my son my bedroom. So it was a huge bedroom, and I could have poshed in there, but I'm glad I'm out here. It's closed off from my family. My kids are loud sometimes when they're awake most of the time. Hence why I'm making this video so late and why I barely have my eyes open, but I'm excited still. The sourcing that's where the money comes from. You cannot make any money if you don't have anything to sell. And my personal take on it, now everything I say is opinion and things what I've learned. You may be completely different. There may be Katistheboss lady or Thrifting Wonderlist or somebody good. Yeah, I know y'all. I didn't even mean to name drop, but that thinks that my way is not efficient. So this is my first real content video, so bear with me. They'll get better, because I'm pretty good at talking, I think. I'm a theater major, and public speaking was my gig, So, your family and friends probably have bags that they're about to take to Goodwill or something. Open your mouth, closed mouth, do not get fed. I've gotten some of my best stuff for free given to me with people knowing, or neither knowing nor not caring, knowing or not caring what I was going to do with it. And, you know, there you go. Then there are those mom and pop thrift stores, so to speak, the ones that aren't so much chains like Goodwill. I do not down Goodwill. I'm in there several times a week. They know me by name. If my kids don't come with me, they ask where my kids are. But they are a corporation. They are not a charity, so to speak. So they sometimes, especially I live in a town with two in Big Owensboro, Kentucky. One more so than the other. They upprice things that if they have the semi, like, good name brand that they know of. Now, I could get also, for instance, this is a 100% silk scarf, Lily. I didn't even realize what it was. I just grabbed it because it was pretty, but it felt good. And it was 50 cents. But this should have been marked up because I think it's a $200 scarf. And it's by Ford and Lily Pulitzer. If you don't know who she is, I didn't either when I started. But she's a big deal and she's got a really big following. It says Lily on here somewhere. Anyway, there are great deals. You have to take the time to look. That's part of your job if you choose to do this as a job, not as a hobby. And on the days that I'm not in the mood to go look through every rack, I better just source, or I better just list and share from home. Because I feel like if you miss something, now I might not go to the bras and panties or in the home goods, but as far as clothing, I'm going to hit mostly everything because I found some of my best finds last, like standing in line waiting to check out. Let's continue. Sorry, I'm pretty darn tired, but it's okay. I'm excited. Sourcing is, if you're not sourcing, rather you're going to do, brand new boutique stuff, which that's something totally different that I don't know that much about, but I do know it exists on Posh. Or if you're going to thrift store source, or you're going to retail arbitrage, which is it's going to Nordstrom Rack or TJ Maxx and buying stuff brand new with tags, which I find all the time. Not doing retail arbitrage. I've done a few things, but haven't gotten much success. So I'm going to, the lighting in here is really messing with me, and I hope it's not messing with the video quality, but, so yeah, decide what kind of items you want to sell. Do you want to be strictly high-end? Because I'm not. I am a little bit above mall brand, but I'm not too good for mall brand because I sold Old Navy and Macy's in the last day or two. Do you want to be like Macy's mall brand? Do you want to be high end? Do you want to be middle? Do you want to be low end? It depends on your niche, and you'll find it. And I have a good mixture. I've had about, I'm going to say, close to 1,000 sales, and I was in the 800s last time I checked, but it's been a while. I've had a lot since then. And most of them are $10, so I make $7.05 profit. Some of them are $70. My biggest was without being a bundle, was 150 Kate Spade purse right after she passed, which was tragic. And the wallet sold for really high too, which I found the set for like $6 at a local St. Vincent de Paul. And know your thrift store sales days. If you're going to go the thrift store route, 2 of my thrift stores are open only 2 days a week for a few hours. There's the Monday and Thursday quarter store, and there is the was there a day the Christian church giving store, or whatever it's called. Okay. And get your stuff in there. Get it listed. Keyword that mother up. Right? Okay, you're going online to search for a dress or a romper or a kimono, which I did buy this off a girl on Posh, and she took my offer without even countering. And it wasn't lowball, but it was a really good deal. And it's so soft. And so had I not have typed in Torrid, because Torrid's a plus size, I love it, kimono fringe, would I have found this? If I would have found soft kimono, and without, I mean, I don't know if it would have popped up. It wouldn't have been near the top. So And you just find out where you're gonna get your stuff, and then start listing it, and then storing it, which that is on its way to a change, which I will also show you. And then we have our, in addition, like part 2 to listing is your pictures. If you have a dark, dingy picture, that feels better. Let me sit up that way. I'm extremely tired, but I'm going to get through this. And I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties on my first one. I'm better than this. It's been a very long day. I listed all day long, which is amazing. I haven't had that many sales, though. I keep dropping camera. That's great. I'm hoping the sales will come through while I'm asleep, which is happening when this video is over. And speaking of this video, new phone, high def camera. Not loving how I look, but that's okay. We're not here to talk about how I look. We're talking about what looks are selling. Let me go back to sourcing. You need to decide if you're going to do trendy new stuff, or you're going to do vintage. I just moved into the vintage market, and I'm going to tell you, for me, lighting is always an issue every day in my life. It's hurting my eyes right now, not really bad, but there's like this weird glare. I'm gonna apologize for moving all the way. So, yeah. Anyway, your pictures, they need to be clear and concise, and if there's a flaw and it's still a good enough item to sell, say it's Patagonia, Lululemon, you know, if it's not a great brand, probably I would not buy a Target damaged brand or a Walmart. I wouldn't buy a Patagonia or Lululemon either, but what can you do? So make your pictures clear, disclose the flaws. Don't charge too much. This is not Neiman Marcus. This is not Nordstrom. It's not even TJ Maxx. So my advice about pricing is don't price too low. That was when I first started. I wasn't getting any sales. I posted in one of the groups, which I hope you guys are in, and say hello to me if you see this, that you have great stuff, but your prices are low, way low. Because I was thinking if I made $3 or $5, I'm in business, and I am still. I still do have those sales pretty regularly. But I like to keep it a little higher than that, a lot higher than that. We can only hope. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really, really tired. We're gonna get through this. Now, you make us, okay, the pictures, make sure you disclose everything. If there's like a little rip or a tear in it, let them know, you know, because if not, chances are they're going to open a case, you're not going to win it, and you're going to get the item back. And then you run the risk of it being damaged, or, you know, losing business because they read a bad review, or which you can delete love notes now, but. So, once you do get a sale, I like to comment on their own Poshmark page under the About Me part and say thank you for ordering this J. Crew's pair of shorts. It will be on its way with its special gift. That's another thing. I give a gift with every single order. I don't care if I'm only making $3 off of you. You're going to get something, and I'm going to show you. This is so getting my nerves. I'm going to show you what I use as a gift. You do not have to do that. That is some people, like, I've watched videos where they say don't. They want what they ordered, but my basic gift, now if you spend a lot of money, or we talked before, you're a repeat, is my daughters went ahead and prepackaged these for me, and I'm going to show you. just a face mask and some jelly beans. It's not much. I ordered 100 face masks for I think $30. So you do the math, 33 cents a piece maybe. I may be way off. No, that's right. But and then the Starbursts were not very much. About a big old bag after Halloween or Valentine's. So and then of course we have our inventory. Now I have more than most, and I just did this today. This is ties because I'm learning slowly but surely that ties can be a moneymaker. Now my new system is not going to be the racks. This is all stuff that's been listed, but I can't believe I'm showing you guys this because it's not very good, but I am turning all of this into an organized, bagged up system. Mine is prom dresses because I do have quite a space here. This is my photography area. I did just put some white poster board up. I will get a better setup than that. Natural light, I feel like still to this day is the best lighting. But there are some days that I work on my Posh until my kids go to school. I get them up, and then I lay down. Should have done that today probably because I am just exhausted, and I won't say it anymore because I know you guys heard it. So then I put one of those in a personalized thank you card, and I communicate with the buyer, thank you for buying, your item's on its way. I would say 8 out of 10 people that buy and they get a message or a comment from me like that, they do buy again, or they definitely consider buying again. So consistency. I would go through spurts at first where I would have 5 or 6 sales in a day, and I thought, okay, here I go. But then, you know what I would do? I would put my phone in a really high place. I would slack off. I would stop the shares. I would stop that's too high. I would just get lazy. And you don't have to be clear. I can't believe I can't keep my eyes open. So, long story short, 27-minute long story. Did I just talk that long? List daily. I know that might not be as easy for some of you guys because I have a death pile. If you don't know what that is, you're not missing much. It is stuff that you've bought, collected, and that you haven't listed yet. And I'm talking with one eye because it feels better. Oh, man. Poshmark got me like, what? No, really, it does. We're gonna go spray some rose water on my face because that just seems to help, and you guys can tour a little bit more of the area. That's men's. I've got a few items on the mannequins. Like I said, I'm professional lighting it. My iPhone 9S Plus does pretty good. These are all plus size. I'm plus size. And this is a new bag with tags. What it says is pretty freaking awesome. The day. You never know the day she has. Maybe that's a date with. Yeah, y'all get the picture. So, this is my not so clean, you're not supposed to see laundry room. But I'm real. I am just like some of you, probably way worse. And just not in like crazy ways, but watch this. If you don't have some pure rose water, I highly suggest you go get you some, order off Amazon through the Ibotta app where you get paid to do so. Alright, go back to Poshmark. There's so much money to be made. There really, really is. You just have to really want to make it. And I know that my area is chock full of thrift stores. There are about 10 I can think of, and we have 2 Walmarts. So if you do, like, a lot of places have 10 Walmarts and 2 thrift stores. And I do realize that I'm personally not affected by it, but gosh. But you know what? If you vacation, thrift as you go. I found some of my best items. You need to decide, you need to think outside the box and decide, are you going to do strictly one type of clothing, kids clothing, women's, men's, vintage. I have just got into the vintage scene. Sorry for moving to. Like, I want to say, okay. Sorry about that. Christmas-ish time, I found some vintage ugly Christmas sweaters, and you gotta know what you're doing, and it's taken me a few months, and I'm not sure that I still have it down pat. I'm so sorry about the eye thing. I'm too tired. Alright, we're gonna wrap up, because this is not... You list, share, daily, list, share, daily. It's like sleep, share, eat, list. Well, I list first. And if you are getting so big like me, hire help. I'm so overwhelmed, guys. Like, anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I have lots more to talk about. I wanted to keep this video under 30 minutes. It's 32. But I'm going to do a favorite brands video and what's sold for me, and do my official Poshmark affiliate video with the ad thing. And my eyes will both be open wide, because it won't be 1 in the morning, and I won't be so tired to talk to you guys. But I went from making just barely minimum wage to making $700 or $800 a week, and I'm hoping that stays and goes up. So in the meantime, in between time, if you haven't already, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, reverse that. That's what my kids always say. And I hope to be seeing you guys really soon on my channel and real life. I would love a Posh and Sip to come here nearby. Y'all have a great day. It is actually Tuesday night, but whenever you see this, have a great day.